Hello everyone, my name is Nelly Di Garcia. I am a junior student at Texas A&M International University. Anyway, the purpose of this video is for my out-of-the-box project. One of my biggest concerns is when we as teachers have students from different cultures, but mostly they're different language. I want to focus my research on those students that come from different countries to the United States and are considered ELL students, which means English language learners. I was an ELL student. I was raised in Nuevo Laredo, just across the border. But when I got into high school, my parents decided that it would be better if I started my studies in Laredo, Texas, in the United States. So I could have better opportunities in life for my future. Well, because I lived this experience, I would like to focus my project on language. Coming from a different country, it is so difficult to adapt to all the things. You are new to everything. You are new to a new culture, to a new language, to a new environment because it changed. Like, it is difficult. In high school, students are trying to find who they are, who they want to be, what friends they want to have. So, like, you start seeing those little groups, like the popular ones or the cheerleaders ones, the football players. Like, you start seeing those groups, and there comes the ELL student who does not know where to go because everyone speaks in English and you do not. Like, you don't understand it. So, like, you start questioning, where do I go? Or what friends do I have? Sometimes you start, like, isolating because you think about your past, like all the friends you had, like maybe you were successful in class, in school, where you were maybe on the top back then, but now you have to start from the bottom. ELL students have to go through a lot when they make this huge change that is moving to the United States, to a different country, to a different culture, and different language, and different environment, different everything, like everything. I would like to interview someone who had this experience and share our similarities and differences because I lived it too. But I cannot say it. I cannot speak that much about my experience because I did not have a bad situation, like a that bad situation. But I know there's people who do have a really bad time, or maybe a bad year, a whole bad year, and sometimes we don't know. And the students who are having a bad time and do not have anyone to talk to, they decided to drop out of school. And we do not want that. Like, we do not want students to drop out of school. So I would like to interview someone who experienced this too. And like I said, share our similarities, differences, and maybe if this person had a bad experience, find a way to help them, to help future generations not to go through that. Like, make the ESL program a better program for everyone, and never make anyone feel less because they do not speak English. So I'll do my research, I will interview people, students, and I'll come back later with my results, my point of view, how I saw this problem, the situation. I will inform you as soon as I get my results because... Hello everyone, this is my out-of-the-box experience part 2. My research was about language. focusing on English as a second language program and the English language learners. I I interviewed my neighbor who just moved to the United States and he just finished his first year in high school. He was a freshman. He moved from Monterrey to Laredo, Texas for a better life conditions and all that. Like everyone, like most of us moved to the United States for a better life, like opportunities. He was put in the ESL program because his English was not good, or I could say like if they he was not ready to put into regular classes. He still needed some help to develop the skills, the regulars, the speaking, the writing, the mostly the listening. When you're not familiar with listening the language, you have to practice. So he was put in the ESL program for this year. Students who know just little English are put into the program so they can develop more in depth the language. It's not the same when you know the language, like when you know the rules, the rules, how to put it, like how to write it. It's not the same as when you actually gotta practice it, gotta speak it, gotta like listen it. And when you're in Mexico, like it's not the same when the teacher just tells you, okay, this is the verb, like to be verb, and the verb to be. This is the question. This is how you ask a question, how you end the sentence, stuff like that. It's not the same as when you move to the United States, a country where they speak English. Um, their accent and all the way they speak, like it's then a U.S. person like is not going to speak to you on a basic English. They are going to talk like more advanced English. So it's not the same. Students are put into the program so they can develop more in depth the language. So one of the questions that I asked him was, what was your first feeling when you moved to the United States without knowing English? His answer was that he was scared, like everyone will be scared from starting all over again. He told me that he knew very little English. He was in a good school in Monterrey, but he still knew the basic, like the most common questions, the most common verbs, colors, like just like he told me that he could defend himself, but that the teacher still thought that he was not ready to put into regular classes. So that made him. He told me that made him feel less like he was not smart enough to be in regular classes. So that affected him at the beginning of the semester, but that he still kept on going. Like he never gave up. Other question was, did the ESL classes prepare you well for what was coming next? Like, did they really teach you um, everything you needed to for what was coming next? For example, the test and all that. He told me that like he told me that the teacher he got for the ESL class actually helped everyone a lot. He started from the very basic all the way to like a good English. Um, they had to speak in English all the time, but the teacher still understood when everyone or someone had to like had to speak in Spanish because they didn't find the exact words in English, but that the teacher was very comprehensive and he still helped that student that was in trouble. That the program, he said that the program actually helped him. Um, he had to take the test I think it was mathematics, the first subject that they give you, so that you can start your curriculum. That he took the star algebra, the start of algebra, and that he passed it. He actually passed it because the the ESL program actually helped him with tutorials and all that, so that he could develop uh, a good language for the exam. Like he could develop a good knowledge, and for the exam to pass him. Another question was, did any teacher make you feel embarrassed because of not knowing English or because of your culture? He said that no, like he have during this year he have had good teachers that no one have ever make him feel less. That at the beginning when he just moved, that was one of his feelings, his first feelings, that he felt that he was less than anyone, than all the other students. But that the teachers actually encouraged him, that it's not only him but the rest of the ESL program students. They all encourage them that they could be better, that they can be capable of knowing the language. They were going to be able to pass the test. The, and he said that all that support really helped them to make them feel that someone was trusting on them. So that feeling of having someone trusting you make you actually keep going. Like um, that having someone caring for you actually helped him to give him his best to do the best. And the other question was, do you think the difference in language can be a cause of bullying? He actually said, he said that yes, it can be a cause of bullying. Sometimes we have students who actually laugh when someone says a word and that's like it's not correct, it's not pronounced correctly. So we that he said that he actually had some peers who were laughing at him because of his accent or the way he pronounced a word or something. That he said like they are going to always there are always going to be some students who think it is funny how a person pronounces a word at all stages, from elementary to high school. That there's going to be someone who laughs at someone else's accent, and that can be a cause of bullying. But he said that the teachers were always there supporting them, supporting the EL students, and actually calling out the attention of those who were laughing or maybe starting some bullying, so the bullying wouldn't be more advanced as the time went on and on. Helping students to learn the English language, it is important, but also it's important to help them not forget their primary language, and maybe in the future encourage them to learn another language. The society is becoming harder. Not, I wouldn't say harder, but we need people who speaks more than two languages, because we are in the United States. We are receiving people from all around the world. So encouraging people since young age to learn more than two languages, it's important for our future. Thank you so much from this project, this experience, and thank you.